It's working. Now it's working. Hello, everyone. Give me 1 minute for me to set up. All right, first of all, the KP Chair and Vice Chair, and the President of WDC, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, all protocols observed. Thank you very much for allowing me to have 30 minutes to talk about the state of the diamond industry. The WDC had requested for me to come and talk about the other side of the industry. We focus on mining and we focus on quite a bit on what happens on this side of the industry to allow polished diamonds to be sold to consumers. So today I wanted to actually talk about the midstream and downstream and what really is happening within the industry so that we can get a better understanding of where we are as a business and as a part of this industry. 30 seconds on who Uni is. I'm the CEO of Uni Diamonds. Uni has been around for about 5 years. We are a data aggregator of polished diamonds and diamond information within the industry. We analyze roughly about 1 million diamonds on a daily basis, worth about $3.6 billion every single day. And we have roughly about 3,000 customers around the world and 260 different vendors from around the world. Now, we take this diamond data and then we put that diamond data into places like retail stores. We have information for the industry to utilize to understand what's happening within the diamond industry on the polished side, supply and demand and average market prices and how the industry is moving. And with our partnership with Malcolm Mead, who's one of the largest logistics company in this industry, we actually move the diamonds from the buyer, from the seller to the buyer. And one of the things that we developed for the industry was the Uni Smart Data products. And the reason why we developed it was we saw that there is nothing out there that actually focuses on true diamond information that's real time, and it can provide all of our customers and our partners with what's really happening within the diamond industry. We all know, this is from Bain, and I'm sure some of you have seen it before. Our industry is very cyclical, right? So it moves around. A lot of times you're seeing a positive flow in the diamond industry and positive prices, but at times you start seeing a decline in polished prices. And we've seen that cycle go around for many, many years, from the time that we started collecting data until today, from the 1970s until today. So it is a cyclic industry. But what's challenging this time around is that the cycle is taking longer for it to rebound. Now, why is that? And I will take you through this presentation and explain why we're not seeing a faster move towards polished price increases in natural diamonds. But the short of the answer is there are other options now, where in the past there were not. In fact, if you look at the supply in the industry, in that same period that you saw a decrease of 40 to 50% within our industry in polished prices, wholesale polished prices, you would see, I don't know what happened there. There we go. You would see that the stability of the market in actually goods coming into the market wasn't that bad. Actually, we had an increasing flow of goods, prices started decreasing, then we had decreasing in availability of goods, and now it's been somewhat flat, right? Now, there is one product that was not there in the previous cycles, and that was lab-grown diamonds. And what we've seen in lab-grown diamonds is that the prices have drastically dropped. From the time that they actually came out till today, the prices have dropped 80 some odd %. So there are a lot of lab grown that's out there that's available for prices that are about 10% of the actual natural prices. In fact, if we put the two curves together on one sheet, what you will see is how natural diamond prices went up by 43%, and at the same time, the technologically created lab-grown diamonds actually started decreasing their prices. Why? Because supply was much higher than what the demand was. But because they had good margins, they were able to market themselves much more effectively. And because of that, even though their prices have gone down by 80% and natural prices have come down by 56%, the demand for lab-grown diamonds is still quite strong. In fact, in the United States, the demand for lab-grown diamonds is at par with natural diamonds. We have retailers in the United States that we work with. For every one natural diamond that they sell 8 lab-grown diamonds. Others, for each one natural diamond that they sell 3 to 4 lab-grown diamonds. So there is a risk here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a challenge that we all need to meet and realize and recognize. Now, I know that some of you understand diamonds very well, and some of you really know about natural diamonds and the polish and the rough, but I wanted to take 30 seconds of your time to actually walk you through the 4 or 5 major categories of diamonds. So we'll start out with the I1 and I2 or I3 quality diamonds. That's a sample of rough. Given that we are actually in Zimbabwe, I decided to find as the first stone that I'm going to look at a Zimbabwe rough diamond that actually converted into this beautiful polished natural diamond. So what I wanted to do was actually show you the conversion of the rough to the polish. Manufacturers take this rough and they plan the diamond. And when they plan the diamond, they actually start lasering it. And from lasering of the stone, they shape the stone and continue on until they get a natural, beautiful diamond. Now, what you will see in this I-quality diamond is that the inclusions within the stone are visible with the naked eye, right? That's why they're called I-quality diamonds. Now, if we were to look at a SI quality, slightly included diamonds, what you will see from Botswana, anyone from Botswana here today? I know a few people that are. If you look at the SI quality diamond, what you will see is that there are inclusions, but those inclusions can only be visible with a loupe. So you have to have a magnifier in your eye in order to be able to see those inclusions within the stone. And that's what causes it to become an SI diamond. And if we look at VS, well, the inclusions naturally are very slight inclusions, so it will be much more difficult for you to be able to see it. In fact, in this particular diamond, you'd see a few small birthmarks within the stone, and those are what actually create that quality of stone. And then finally, anything that's flawless, internally flawless, or very, very slightly included. We're very creative in our industry, aren't we? Very, very slightly included. It's very difficult for you to see those impurities or those birthmarks or unique characteristics within the stone. So it turns out to look like there's nothing in that diamond when it becomes polished. Now, why am I taking you through this? I'm taking you through this for one specific reason. If you look at the types of diamonds that are out there, 60 to 70% by volume, usually from each of the mining companies that are here. And each of the mining companies that are out there, by volume, 60 to 70% of those goods are I quality or SI quality goods. Okay? That means that you can actually see those inclusions within the stones. Now, 25 to 40% of those goods are flawless VVS and VS. You can barely see those inclusions. those birthmarks, those unique characteristics within the stone. The value is more on the flawless to VS quality goods, and there's less value from the mining companies in the SI and I quality goods. So let me ask you a question. A consumer comes into a retail store and is looking with a $5,999 budget, as it is in the United States. They're looking for a diamond. You put a 1 carat I1 or I2 quality diamond in front of them, and they can see the unique characteristics within the stone, they can see the birthmarks. Or you put a VS2 or a VS1 or a VVS2 lab-grown diamond at half the price. What do you think the consumer is doing today? The consumer is opting to go with a lab-grown diamond. Why? Because lab-grown diamond, according to some retailers, have less of a fingerprint on the earth. They're much more friendly. They're not. If you look at what natural diamonds have done for Botswana, for Zimbabwe, how much of the GDP of each of the countries are impacted by natural diamonds? What supports they actually bring into each and every one of those countries? What they've done for India as a cutting center. 1 million people that work and 6 million people who are outskirts of that working community, who are impacted by natural diamonds. I ask you, what actually has a positive impact? Natural or lab-grown? Positive impact, natural. Why? Because of the number of people it influences and impacts and helps support. The GDP of the countries that it helps support. This is not a manufactured product. It's a product that's more than 1 billion years old. It's a product that was created by Mother Earth in Mother Africa. Most of the goods are coming from Africa. It's our job to come together and help support this industry become what the consumers want. The consumers need this story. They need to understand what natural diamonds do for the world. Thank you. I wanted to take a moment and walk you through. I have 30 minutes, sir. I have 30 minutes. Madam Vice Chair, do I have 30 minutes? Yes. Thank you. Apologies. If I look at the transparency report from Uni Diamonds, and if I look at how the prices have transformed and translated in the past 365 days, you'll see that SI quality goods have gone down by about 40% in the past 365 days. If I look at how that has actually changed in the past, since 2022, let's just say March of 2022, prices of natural diamonds at that point were at $4,860 per carat. Today, they're at $1,897 a carat. This is the bread and butter of what's sold in the United States. A 1 carat SI2 XXX, no fluorescence. Right? This is what's sold today in the industry. From the top of the market to the bottom of the market, prices have come down almost 70%. That is a challenge. But in every challenge, as our friends in the Chinese community would say, challenge and opportunities have the same symbol. In every challenge, there is an opportunity for us to look at. Why is that? Because there are areas that if you look within the past 30 days, that diamonds are actually selling and are making a positive impact. Now it is our opportunity to start working together and seeing how we can actually transform this industry and what we need to do. Because we know that the retailers who are selling lab-grown diamonds are not going to be able to continue to do the same thing. Why is that? Why can't they continue it? They're making 50, 60, 70% margins, 100% margins in certain cases. Why not? Because if you're selling a $2,000 item you can make $1,000. If you're selling a $6,000 item, you can make $2,000, twice as much as that. So it is better for the retailer to actually sell the natural product than to sell lab-grown product, because their overall margins will not be able to hit what's required. Now, how does that work if they actually upgrade? Well, I don't sell them a 1-carat diamond, lab-grown. I'll sell them a 2-carat. Sure, with the way that prices are going down on lab-grown, you're going to have to sell them a 5-carat stone next year. Will a consumer go from a 1-carat budget to buy a 5-carat lab-grown? More than likely not. Because everyone will look at that stone on that person and say, that stone is a fake. So we have a great opportunity. We have a great opportunity to actually sell the natural diamond story. And the natural diamond story is a great one. It's about each and every one of you. It's about your communities. It's about what positive impact natural diamonds have in those communities. And this is why I'm asking everyone that is within this industry, who actually really cares about what happens within this industry, to come together and unite. It is very challenging times for us. The next couple of years are going to be quite challenging, because if we do not, we're going to get more of this. We're going to get Prada, who's gone into lab-grown, more of that. We're going to have more people like the heir of Cartier, who's going to come out and say the future is in lab-grown. We're going to have more companies within LVMH who are going to come out and talk about how lab-grown is the product of the future. For those retailers, by the way, they're in the FLs to the VS quality goods. They're the ones that we count on for the biggest value for each mine that we're mining. Without those customers, without the customers in the United States and mainland China and other places that buy the SI and I quality diamonds, not a single one of our mines will be actually profitable enough to mine. That is the challenge for Zimbabwe. It is the challenge for Botswana, for Namibia, for Canada, for South Africa, for every single one of the countries who are actually so dependent on natural diamond sales. And that's why I'm here having this conversation with you. This is why I'm asking for us to do more. Yes, we have the NDC, Natural Diamond Council. They have their campaigns, but we need to do more. We need to tell your stories. We have De Beers, who's putting together an additional $20 million of marketing price to actually do one of their most successful marketing, which was called the Seize the Day campaign, which happened in 2008 and 2009, and I had the pleasure of being executive in De Beers at that time. It was extremely successful because it talked about why diamonds are important, why diamonds matter to the consumer. We have to talk to the consumer's voice. So as leaders within this industry, as leaders within the mining world, civil society, and leaders that are within the industry itself, I ask you to please come together. This is a very important time for our industry. We need to be able to talk about ethical sourcing. We need to be able to talk about why natural diamonds are good. And that's why I'm requesting for all of us to work together and see how we could actually transform this industry and tell that diamond story from a retailer to a consumer, because that is the way that we need to capture the consumer's heart.
Yeah.
And that's it.